See? He's telling you that he's the devil because he's the spirit that's doing these stickers.
Is Satan working through humans, producing those stickers? Because the Bible says the devil has come down to you and knows he has little time, he has come down in great anger. Well, we're not there yet. It's not the last tick to where it's all straight up yet. Because once time's up.
October 22nd, 2019, 3 years ago. Today's December 8th, 2022.
All hell bracelets. Him in that lab.
In my first term, we ended the war in Iraq. In my second term, I will win the war on Christmas.
Revelation 13. So here's one of the interpretations. The beast out of the sea. The dragon stood on the shore of the sea, and I saw a beast coming out of the sea. ESV. I saw a beast rising out of the sea with 10 horns and 7 heads, 10 diadems on its horns and blasphemous names on its head. And a SB version. And the dragon stood on the sand of the seashore. Then I saw a beast coming up out of the sea, having 10 horns, 7 heads, and on his horns were 10 diadems, and on his heads were blasphemous names. KJV. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rising up out of the sea, having 7 heads, 10 horns, upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And I saw a beast coming up out of the sea. He had 10 horns and 7 heads. On his horns were 10 diadems, and on his head were blasphemous names. So the only difference here is this one says, I saw a beast coming up out of the sea. This one says, I saw a beast coming out of the sea. This one says, the dragon stood on the sand, and I saw a beast coming up out of the sea. Why are these other ones excluding the word I? I stood and saw a beast, so that's one person, then that's 2 people. Beast rising up out of the sea, and then the beast out of the earth. So it's like there's 3 separate. When you look at it like this, and the dragon stood on the sand of the seashore, then I saw a beast come up out of the sea. So there's 2 people, 2 different. This one's saying, I saw a beast rising out of the sea. Maybe he didn't see the dragon. That could be it. The dragon stood on the shore of the sea. So who stood there? The dragon stood on the shore. This one says, I stood upon the sand of the sea. I did, right here, look. As in KJV is the dragon. I stood upon the sand of the seashore and saw a beast rise up out of the sea. The dragon stood on the shore of the sea, which is the sea of the seashore. And the dragon stood there, and I saw a beast coming up out of the sea. The dragon stood on the sand of the seashore, then I saw a beast come up out of the sea. I stood upon the sand of the sea as the dragon, because how else can you interpret that? And saw a beast rise up out of the sea. It's like the dragon is writing the script in KJV, not even in NASB, because 5 minutes on one literal verse. Because this one's saying the dragon stood on the sand of the seashore. This one said the dragon stood, and it also says I saw a beast coming up. This one, dragon stood, then I saw a beast coming up. This one said I stood on the sand of the sea. Clearly taken the dragon's position. And saw a beast rising up out of the sea. So if that's the case,
here's with Mike. He shows the map there on the program there. I think it would definitely be something that you would want to be able to hear about what he's talking about in this information there. I think is very pertinent, it's very critical, and in fact, because of that, some of the things that are going to be here, we're going to be talking about now has everything to do with the information that Mike is speaking about there. And I do apologize. I did black out part of the map there, and the only reason I did not ask Brother Begley if I could actually show that or not as of yet there, so I don't want to step on anybody's toes of what may or may not be acceptable as of right now.
let's reevaluate this one more time. This portion here with the nose in this direction, the Zori, and the eye here, just looks like the sleeping portion of that animal sleeping. But then take the face with the nose outlined, the mustache, the lips closed, the chin, the Adam's apple, the head itself, the ponytail, like Jonathan Clark has a ponytail. This is a face, it has a face of a man, and it has hair like a woman. When you look at the hair swirling in the back like that, that's a female's hair. Hair of a woman. This has the face of a man. And this beast here, it's right in front of it's like right under its nose. The beast here, it kind of looks like Alf with the face, the nose, the eye, and the hair. And it has, it's like wings. It's sitting upon a beast where the leg is down here, saddled with the foot, and then like a horse kind of a looking thing. So this is what it is to try to explain things when in the Bible people like John in Revelation is trying to explain something he sees, right? So when I'm looking at this is what I see. I see a foot. I see Bigfoot. So maybe that's Bigfoot, Sasquatch. This is the actual sand of the sea, the seashore. So this is sand between the foot and the seashore. So I saw the dragon. All right, so the dragon stood on the sand of the seashore with his big ass foot. So this one here says, I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rising up out of the earth. So, well, all right, so it's saying I stood on the sand of the seashore. And I saw a beast rising up out of the sea. Reptilian eye, mouth wide open, clear as day. Some type of reptilian rising up from the sea with travel pattern, with like that. The look to it, going in this direction, rising up. So it's coming in this direction. It's starting to rise up. this T-Rex dinosaur whale fish thing, hammerhead. And it's coming right towards the scorpion sting. Right there, this portion of the eye coming down, the serpent. This is a serpent's head with a stinger in its tail. Not only that, it's at the bottom of this whore right here that's riding this beast, who has to be Jezebel. Has to be Jezebel. This has to be Ahab, Adam Eve, or Adam Lilith. Adam's asleep. Look, he's sleeping. See his eye? She is riding this beast right here. This beast has a stinger at the end of it, and it's a serpent with its eyeball. Whichever way you want to look at it, really. But mainly this way. So, what I was saying was, I saw this beast right here, rising up from the sea, having a deadly wound. The head is, see the deadly wound? You see the like, it's just the head just like, it's like blow your mind. Mind blowing. With this hair, like a woman. But at the same time, this dragon that's standing on the sand of the seashore gave its power the beast which I saw was like a leopard, feet were like those of a bear. So this is describing the beast that I saw. We can all agree that I saw a beast. In every one of these, I saw resembled a leopard. I saw leopard. I saw a leopard. I saw was like a leopard. The beast I saw was like a leopard. His feet were like a bear's, and his mouth was like a lion's mouth. The dragon gave him his power, his throne, and great authority. The dragon gave him his power, his seat. The dragon gave him his power and his throne. And to it, the dragon gave his power and his throne and great authority. And the dragon gave the beast his power and his throne and great authority. So the discrepancy here is, who's the dragon? Is it I, who stood on the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea? Or is it the dragon who stood on the sand of the seashore and then I saw a beast over there? So it's like three entities instead of two. This beast rising up out of the earth has a mouth, I don't know, like a lion, I guess. I can't, it's like, there's like some teeth here, or maybe an eyeball. And in here is just a bunch of, like, the mouth is wide open. It's wide open like the guy in the slave collar. It's the guy in a slave collar in the mouth of the dragon. I think Jonathan Clay just showed you that image earlier. Before I go to that image, let's see if I'm on point here. This beast has two horns like a lamb, but what's coming out of the mouth is a dragon, and the three unclean frogs are coming out of that mouth right there. Because this is literally a beast rising up from the earth. Because his mom and dad are over here looking at him. You can see the bird lady. And then you see the dad over there. You see the mouth is opened up. The eye over here is with Kim Jean's hair. And they're looking at their beast that stems from it's like a branch from the root of Jesse just rising up, standing on the sand of the seashore. Down at the end here, Mexico. It's Corey, like Corey Barbie, and Tease, Jalisco, Mexico, standing on the sand of the seashore. So whatever. I mean, I saw a beast. I mean, I saw a dragon stand on the sand of the seashore. Corey and Tease. I also saw Jonathan Kleck, who looks like this character here that has the face like this man right here and hair like a woman. And there's a dead sheep behind his ear. It's a sheep looking leopard, kind of has the feet of a bear. I mean, it's a big ass foot. Mouth of a lion. The ear of a floppy dog. The eye is right here, clearly. But this also looks like an eye right there. Maybe the eye's plucked out. But nevertheless, this is a wounded head. You can see it right here. And it even looks exactly like... Oh, wait a minute. You see the sheep over here? With the eye and the ear? And the mouth, the nose, the other eyeball. Sheep, goat, he-goat. But this has that egghead look in pet goat too. Sleeping. 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 The eyes here sleeping. This serpent sea creature coming over here, who's on its knees, by the way, looks like it's just in the forehead of this sleeping Adam with the Adam's apple. Adam, Ahab, has the serpent in its head. I will put enmity between the woman's seed and the serpent seed. And this whore right here is riding this beast right here. This beast also is rising up from the sea. The Navy mess, Obama, Barack Robin Obama, the Antichrist, says it's being replaced by a Baskin Robbins. So there's a whore that's riding the beast, and then there's Ahab behind the whore, Jezebel, who's just letting her do her thing, and Barack Obama, who's considered the Antichrist. It's funny how I'm second place, second in charge, second Pharaoh, Robin, Joseph, second in charge, Adam split in two, light and dark. It's going to be a big difference for sure. So if you want to look at it like this, you want to look at it like this. I saw another beast coming up out of Earth. So John is the one writing the story. Again, John may be at the actual dragon himself. So John is writing the story. John is seeing what's going on. John's watching YouTube videos. John's seeing who's showing him what. And then so John would be writing in this disposition. John would be saying, I saw another beast coming out of the earth. He had 2 horns like a lamb, spoke as a dragon. So if I showed John what I see, just in case if he didn't, but I'm pretty sure he did, he knows all about it. The whole point is, it's like the disciples of Christ were asking him, so when's the sign of your coming? Meaning, like, what? We know, we're asking you to tell us so we can confirm that you are who we think you are. Not as if they didn't know. So look at the horns coming up. You see it clear right now. The face. Maybe he's eating eyeballs. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But this is the mouth. And the mouth is wide open. And the face structure is over here. The back of the head here. The ponytail. When you're looking at it with the Adam's face, he has that ponytail down there. But if you're looking at it as the dragon itself, could be the tail. Just remember, he's standing on the sand of the seashore. Corey and Tease. So Corey and Tease.
Heed the warning. Okay, let me just wrap this up real quick. See. And it's Iglesia del Nazareno Emmanuel.
Corey.
Okay, so that's impossible. No one tells you you speak the language of angels at Home Depot.
I definitely seen. I'm just telling you what I've seen. I've seen Corey and Tease standing on the same seashore with his foot, with Adam here sleeping, with Jezebel in front of him. So that's what I see. That's how I interpret it. That's what I'm looking at. And Jezebel herself is riding the beast system. So, and then Trump is down here. Doesn't necessarily mean that this beast is Trump. Because it could be all the same. It could be this person with the wounded head. He just has whoever lives in Michigan in his head. He has him in his noggin. Kind of delusional, like whatever you say, Steve. All right, you're the king to David. All right, I don't know. Who cares? Whatever. And then when he rises up, you see he's still sleeping. He's still sleeping. His eyes shut. Right above his head is, in his head, the pineal gland. This is where this creature is. He's in his head. So this could be Russia over here. Like Steve Bannon said, the only way to stop Russia is to bring them to their knees. Is for Russia to be brought to their knees. And then the horde that you see inverted around the water, making the head. This could be the horde right here riding the beast system down there. So this could be a separate beast rising up from the sea. This could be the house of Cain brought to its knees. This could be the whore riding the beast, and then this could be Adam, who owns the earth, and he just has all these influences. That he has this person in his head. He has Ahab riding the beast system. You got the Navy mess that has a baby inside of its belly. Or it could be all pointing to the one character, Adam, whose deadly wound is healed. who has a deadly wound. But this is a beast rising up from the earth. His head stemming, if you want to put it, it starts with the neck and then the head. So he would be rising up from the earth, and he has a deadly wound, so that's the only thing. Unless he's the same person, the beast, unless this head is the same in one. If this head is the beast that is rising up from the sea, because he has a deadly wound, and then the beast rising up from the earth, if that's the same person, that would just mean that this person was sleeping in the beginning, like 42 months ago, and then this person here is his risen state rising up from the earth, stemming from Jesse, the seed of David, rising up from the earth, causing all those to worship the first beast in his presence, whose deadly wound was healed.
Keywords
And how to troll people too.
come up in the description. Okay?
4 years ago, March 2nd,
You want some more?
322,
Here's some more
18.
tips. I think I got 116. By the way, I had more
I was
people
being
subscribe to me
crucified.
last night. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow, I'm yelling and being a douche, and I'm getting more subscribers. It was the wildest thing I ever saw. Apparently, people like seeing me go nuts.
Hey, he's going. I can't go more than 3 hours. I have to. Can't go more than 3 hours. I have to.
So, back on 32218, Matthew Daly was kindly crucifying me. If you put it kindly, crucifying me for 3 hours. I did a live stream as he did his for 3 hours, and he started around 6:30-ish. So even as I was not knowing what was really going on, I just knew I couldn't go more than 3 hours. Because after that, I don't even think Christ could go for more than 3 hours, because it was darkness between the 6th and the 9th hour. So apparently 3 hours is really the time limit where I can't really take it anymore. And I said that at 2:42.
That blew my mind a little bit, but
I know. I saw another beast coming up out of the earth. He had 2 horns like a lamb, like Christ does, but speaks like a dragon because he learned the serpent's language. So he exercised all the authority of the first beast in his presence.
Ketchup. You wait till I catch up. Yeah.
Follower of Jesus Christ. And my religion.
When I did this video, it was back on Halloween 2018. So what I saw as the person writing the story, speaking in the third person, is a beast coming up out of the earth who lives on planet Earth, who has 2 horns like a lamb, speaks the language, exercising all the authority of the first beast in his own presence, and he makes the earth and those in it to dwell, to worship the first beast whose fatal wound was healed. This fatal wound here I remember Steve said, I don't have an ear to hear. I mean, whatever. It looks like this guy doesn't either, but not saying that's me. But he doesn't have an ear to hear, and his eye is closed. And he does have Stephen James over here, who lives in Michigan, in his head like the serpent. But remember, as soon as he wakes up to the reality of everything, that freaking serpent, that one there, talking mad shit in his ear. As soon as he rises up from the sea, and that deadly wound is healed, there he is rising up from the sea, giving the head nod. He's rising up. It looks like the seawater underneath. That slithery snake is out of here. He sees the writing on the wall. So his deadly wound, he exercised all the authority of the first beast in his presence and makes the earth and those in it to worship the first beast whose fatal wound was healed. So if this is acting as if it's one person, like in Pet Goat 2, then he's going to perform great signs so that he even makes fire come down out of heaven to the earth in the presence of men, because he is Jacob's ladder. He is Christ. He is what they ascend and descend upon. And he makes fire come out of his mouth because it's the word of God. It's a consuming fire. He burns the beast and the false prophet in the lake of fire alive. He deceives everybody because they just don't get it. They don't understand it. Because of the signs which it was given to him to perform in the presence of the beast, telling those who dwell on the earth to make an image of the beast who had the wound of the sword and has come to life.
Follower of Jesus Christ. And
Make a statement like that because you didn't really watch. Same thing with you, brother. You were reading the Bible for a whole because you didn't really watch any of my videos.
It's
Robin,
okay.
Same thing with you, brother. You were reading the Bible for a whole week straight. I was loving it. I hate your interpretation. I should say hate. I can't stand your interpretation because you blaspheme the crap out of the word. But I enjoyed that you were at least reading the Bible. Now,
Hey, Robin, son, I'm looking out for you. I'm looking out for you. I'm going to cause all of those to understand your wounded head and how it's been healed. December 8th, 2022.
but anyways, Robin said that I called God's word. I know what I called him. I'm not going to repeat it. I know what I called him. And I'm going to stand by that statement. Sorry. I think that he is soft serve ice cream, and I'm basking 31 flavors. So ask Robin's 31 flavors. I'm just saying there's a difference. That's 31's flavors. So ask Robin's 31 flavors. I
heard some changes have been made.
Yeah, well, listen to Obama.
President, since I was last here.
Beating himself.
Apparently Secret Service agents have to wear aviator glasses now. The Navy mess has been replaced by a
The Navy mess.
There's a difference. That's all. I would not listen to me if you were brand new in the faith. I wouldn't listen to someone like me because I'm.
Good advice.
You see the actual comments. And people who actually listen to what you have to say. By the way, if I have a 3.5 hour long video and the only thing
So, by the way, if I have a 3.5 hour video, 42 seconds into the live stream of a 3 hour, I mean, I cut it off and he was still going, and a half hour video, which is obviously was designed.
Thing you got to say is, well, that was really cute.
I got a lot more to say than that was really cute. I got 297 things to say. I doubt if I'll get all to it today, but I got a lot to say. Matthew, you said that I don't pay attention to your videos, but because this is a 3 hour crucifixion, it's pretty important for me to go back to it and see what you guys thought you were doing with me back on my 11th month and first day on YouTube, as you're crucifying me with 111 subscribers. And 11 months and 1 day ago was 11 years, 11 months, and 11 days since YouTube uploaded their very first video. And my very first video was a video that was 1 minute and 11 seconds. So yeah, I want to know what's going on here in these 3 hours. What it's like to be crucified by words and to get a wounded head, to try to have somebody put a crown of thorns around your head and tell you to shut up, shut your interpretation up.
YouTube, which, yeah, I gotta go on YouTube a lot. All you guys
Hey,
have
Leslie,
videos,
Tina.
and a lot of you guys have questions, and sometimes
This is
YouTube
mainly
does
going to be
have
about bashing me. I can
get stuff
tell.
off of. I'm not gonna lie. So sometimes I do.
So sickened with the language. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I do. Lie. Not sometimes, Matthew. Mostly all the time. And everything you're saying in here is a straight up lie. And it's sickening. But now that I re-watch it,
Anyways, yeah, I called him. Yes, I know what I called. Robin, you're a liar because you deleted your. Still be in contact with those two people, and it's not a slight towards anybody else. Okay? No, I do not think everybody is wrong, and I'm the only one that's right. But yeah.
Again, I'm not saying, what I'm saying, because it's exactly what I'm saying. No, I'm not saying I'm the only one that's right and everybody else is wrong. But yeah, I'm saying end of period.
Yes, I think a lot of you guys were wrong on a lot of the stuff that you're saying. Oh, another thing. God speaks to me through the Word. He doesn't say, Matthew, make a YouTube video and tell Robin and Jerry and GLOP that they're liars.
You can tell the other two that they are.
And tell everybody, blah, 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 that they're all. When I say that God reveals things to me, it's through the Word. I'm not, the devil isn't talking to me, Robin.
Yes, he is.
That's blasphemy, dude. Why would
I think he's talking to you in your ear, and you have 3 hours and a half of things to say that were predetermined. Because according to this portion here, Satan enters into Judas. The Spirit enters into Judas.
I don't know.
And you called me a Judas.
Leslie, he's just...
You guys watched that whole video? The whole video was not even about Robin at all. Right at the very end, I might have said something about Robin. I rewatched it. Right at the very end, I said something about you, Jerry. But, dude, other than that, dude, the whole video was not directed towards... By the way...
Can you show us...
Out, but you don't watched it. Right at the very end, I said something about you, Jerry. But, dude, other than that... Dude, the whole video was not directed towards... By the way... I'll make another live feed off of my live feed. If I'm a nobody and I'm not important, And Satan's talking to me. Why are you making live feeds after every single one of my live feeds? And you can only get.
Well, because I know Satan's talking to you, so my whole objective was to get to Satan to divide his house.
Attacking Muslims, Robin. Why don't you go attack some? You don't even understand. You wouldn't even have a clue of what I actually do for a living. And it's not to be rude. I'm not calling you out saying you're dumb or
Just to fuck you, or it's exactly what you're saying.
anybody for that matter.
Right.
I didn't believe you then either. I knew you were calling me dumb. Because your language is just, it's busted. Which means you're busted. And everybody else along with it.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So then, because I believe.
Apparently.
So then, because I believe in Jesus, that's where she looked like at 5
know
years
about
old.
that,
That's
dude.
the last time I saw her. This is my kid when she was 2. That's the last time that I had her. And she was taken from me because apparently I'm a nut. Yeah. About the revivals, the music, the black churches, white churches, any church you can think of. I was lied to, brainwashed. We spoke in tongues. We fell on the floor. We did it all. How do I get this?
Here comes the tongue speaking. I want to hear it. If this is the tongue, I want to hear it. I mean, it could be Hebrew. I don't know if he's crying or I'm not sure.
You could be doing the other thing, Robin. You know how when you're like doing lover of yourself?
I don't know if he's talking in tongues or in Hebrew. So
And see, well, the tongue is inside the body. It's like
and I'm trying to rock out on my guitar too. Tongues? Okay. That's probably why he feels so much better.
I bet you after death.
Actual book, 1984. It's got Christian Bale. I don't like Christian Bale. I can't stand him. But the movie.
I'm watching him because I want everybody to see. I foreseen, okay, before he was coming on at 6 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
He was gonna explain stuff.
That's right. So it must be about 7:30, 7:38. He's exactly an hour and a half into crucifying you, son.
My title is what the title is. I'm going to be bashed by this guy because I can foresee ahead of time his motive, and that's all.
I did use a lot of. I think I was being a little bit of a bully. I think I was pushing it too far. Maybe they were right, but they took my video down. It's not because I took it down. All right. I don't know the point of live streaming me now.
9:28.
Oh, you are trolling. Hey, Robin, you know I'm not like. I don't hate
A
you.
dick.
Yes, you do.
You know that.
No, I do know that. You hate
See,
me.
Robin's in the channel now. You guys ready? Now I bet you guys are gonna start talking crap to Robin, right?
You guys ready? Now that I crucified him, you guys are going to start talking crap to Robin, right? Not you. It's more like a command from Jamie here, Jamie the Wabbit. You see the hair that comes out, like the Wabbit hat, and with the Wabbit hat.
They already knew I was watching you.
I met it said a lot of things, and I probably mean most of them.
Of course.
Hey, Jamie, thank you for the confirmation, buddy. You didn't pray.
See the hat with the hair coming out, right?
Buddy. You didn't predict a damn thing. You said the next shooting would be at Home Depot. And then Target. Oh my God. You're so full of crap. Thanks, Jamie.
Look, Jamie, you've been replaced by a Baskin Robbins.
The Navy mess has been replaced by a Baskin Robbins.
Know the devil's coming first, and then Jesus is coming. You don't. You are lying to everybody. Listen, let me make something real. Let me. Hi, Jamie. Let me make something real clear to you.
What's that? What's that? You're wearing the same type of hat. You have hair like a woman, face of a man.
Very clear.
Oh, he's ignoring you, Justin.
Very
I got it.
Clear to you. Stop watching YouTube.
Oh man, I just always seem to have an itch near my eye when people say things like that. It's just insane how you have that reaction.
The sun is real. The moon is real. God
Israel. Jacob Israel.
made them. They're not simulators. The moon has its own light. Now, do I believe in the firmament? Oh, you betcha.
You betcha, Chetcha. Oh, you betcha, Chetcha. I bet you know Andrea who knows too, don't you? I bet you.
Can I have your email address so I'm able to ask you biblical questions? Please,
Don't do it.
Sandra Lee, let me think about that one, all right? Getting drunk on the word. Yes, getting drunk on the word.
Yeah.
Let me hold on to that, okay? Because you guys got Robin and Jerry the Light of Truth and GLOP, and you got a million other people who don't want to say the truth about God, apparently. I'm not saying that they're not godly people.
Don't put me in with Derek, a glop, and a light of truth, both truth tellers.
Ashley, you're saved.
This guy can tell you you're saved just by looking at your name? It's crazy, man.
Yeah, look at the hat, and look at the face, and look at the hair, and look at Jamie, the wabbit, and then watch what he says next.
The word was first.
I know.
I'm going to say your name's John if you're not a woman.
Yeah, weren't we all going to hell?
I know you're saved too. I know.
That's a good point there.
Robin, block him, don't watch him or speak to him. Don't let the devil destroy your YouTube ministry. That's what Jamie tells me.
Don't worry, I won't let Jamie destroy my YouTube ministry or any other witch or evil warlock of that matter.
I can't block him. Because guess what? I'm going to say your name's John if you're not a woman.
Yeah, weren't we all going to hell?
I know you're saved too. I know.
That's a good point there.
Robin, block him, don't watch him or speak to him. Don't let the devil destroy your YouTube ministry. That's what Jamie tells me. Can't block him. Because guess what? It comes up because YouTube hates me.
It comes up because YouTube hates you. Because I remember I couldn't block Jamie from commenting. And as whether this is, I mean, it looks like the Jamie figure, doesn't it? Jamie the Wabbit figure, the Jezebel spirit, the most disgusting, vile spirit I've ever came across in my life. And Matthew is demonstrating the same exact spirit from as he's talking about Jamie, as he's saying you can't block him. I mean, I know Andrew was pointing at himself, maybe not himself, but at least saying Jamie is Satan incarnate or Nimrod incarnate. And Jacob Israel never denied he wasn't Jamie. He just said his nickname was Jamie. But how am I supposed to know until I go back and I watch this guy with the same exact hat, face of a man, a hair like a woman, and this most disgusting, vile spirit with the same face of a woman. So I'll just interpret it the way I see it. This is a witch.
I'll give you that,
Dawn. Well, it's going to happen, so I don't know what you want. Keep listening to Robin, and y'all will be gone in May. He even said it. He even made another prediction Robin made. So he is a false prophet. Because when you make predictions and say, well, you'll see, Matthew, this year, Matthew, you'll see.
Matthew, you're going to see this year, Matthew. You're going to see. You're going to be replaced by a Baskin Robbins. You wait. I'm going to win the war on Christmas. Me and Barack Obama are going to win the war on Christmas. My second term. You know, after the crucifixion here. This is my second go-round. I'm not going to be so kind this time. I was nice and kind before. I was not really fighting back. I was kind of dumb. Didn't really say much. Couldn't answer too many of your brilliant questions. But now I've come here to straight eradicate disease.
Hitchhiker since the first time I saw him, Jamie.
Because I'm going to feed Robin's people because they don't get fed enough. Oh, Robin's people. Here, let me tell you.
They're your subs,
people.
dude.
Shout out to Robin. Hey, Tim, what's going on? Shout out to Robin. Tim's here with us. I apologize to you too, Tim, and I apologize to you, Robin. 100. No. Yeah, I apologize.
No, you don't, dude.
I said what I said in my video, and if you've been live streaming, whatever. But
yeah, I'm trolling you, dude.
When I'm being crucified, I'm really trolling you. So I'm being crucified for 3 hours by the top guy of the military man, little military man, for three hours. And I'm trolling you as this is supposed to hurt.
A liar. Okay? He's a liar. All right?
Ashley, don't go. That's what Daria says. Ashley,
Ashley.
you know, people got lives to live and
Ashley, my other character.
jobs and stuff.
I don't. I'm a troll.
See, this is Friday night. Any of you who've watched
I'm
all
an
my
agent.
videos, unfortunately,
He's a plant
really
and a
does
setup.
watch my videos.
I
Even though
agree.
I had
Steven.
a lot of views,
Your discernment is very
for only being on for less than a
discernible.
month, I had
It's not really discernment. It's the way I have accused Stephen James is that he sent him in my direction as the Satan that enters into Judas. But really, Satan entered into Judas, and then Judas has his Judases. He has his 12 Judases.
Part of the gang stalking on my
I
end.
know
Ever since I made fun of
Sugar
Richie from
Bear
Boston.
just unsubbed. Only sub to see what Robin was talking about. You're just sowing discord. I guess you're talking to me, Sugar Bear. Sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm not trying.
Here we go. So again, the thing that I can't stand still to this day is when people keep saying what I'm not trying to do. And I know there's people that do it in a funny way, but like I'm not saying, but they're really saying it. And it's like, but when I can tell your heart just ain't in the right place, it just becomes vile when you say things like that. So what are you getting ready to say, Matthew? Because it's my turn. It's my turn. 5 years later.
I guess you're talking to me, Sugar Bear. Sorry if you feel that way. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to sow discord.
Not at all.
It did take me a second to even combat that one.
Stamp others to death with its feet. I asked too about the 10 horns, and no, it's got nothing to do with Russia or China. The 10 horns, it's all got to do with the Middle East.
I don't know what RFB's doing.
As he's moving inside, like the Middle East, the host body system, maybe there's octopus or I don't know, whatever.
That haven't come yet. 3 of them.
But we're gonna find.
What did you just say? I know what you said. You heard that, right?
Find out soon.
It all has to do with the Middle East. The whole Bible is based on the Middle East.
Yeah, the Middle East. He's talking about the body.
I asked too about the 10 horns and the little horn that came up afterward and destroyed 3 of the others. The horn with the eyes and the loud bragging mouth. The one which was stronger than the others. That's the Antichrist. For I had seen this horn warring against God's people and winning.
Yeah, you're supposed to win back then. Now you're supposed to be crushed.
I
Listen,
don't feel like I'm losing.
I got a phone call. Try to listen to what I was saying in the background.
So apparently we're not in tribulation. I'm not losing right now. I'm winning. I saved souls. I told you, when I'm done with this, as soon as they come here, I got 4 people, three. One of them is my friend. 2 of them I got to try to save them.
The door keeps trying to open.
Try. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm going to try.
It's windy out there.
I just said the door keeps trying to open. He said try. You know how they listen right away?
Until the Ancient of Days came and opened his court and vindicated his people, giving them worldwide powers of government. The 4th animal, he told me, is the 4th world power. That's the power that's what's in power right now.
You're saying you're in power right now, the 4th kingdom, which means your kingdom's, if that's the case, it's over too. 305.
All got to do with the Middle East.
I don't know what RFB is doing.
That haven't come yet. 3 of them.
But we're going to find out soon.
It all has to do with the Middle East. The whole Bible is based on the Middle East.
I don't remember who called me. I don't know if that was Stephen James or if it was my wife. I don't. It's somebody who knows who Matthew is.
I asked too about the 10 horns and the little horn that came up afterward and destroyed 3 of the others. The horn with the eyes and the loud bragging mouth. The one which was stronger than the others. That's the Antichrist.
The guy that's bashed me for 3 hours.
For I had seen.
I'm recording the guy that's bashing me for 3 hours. So that's what I said 3 hours into the video. So I already knew I was being bashed for 3 hours. I never took in consideration between the 6th and the 9th hour, because that's exactly the timeline that he started on my 11th month and first day when he has 111 subscribers.
This horn warring against God's people and winning.
He's trying to describe. He's an agent.
All right, well, if you're trying to say that you're a little horn down here, that you came up last and you're winning, then that's fine. If you're trying to say that you're this little horn right here, this in the Navy, trying to say that, speaking great blasphemous words, I just don't see your head being healed. I see it being wounded, but it's not healed, because I don't see that happening until your actual boss tells you to your face that you've been replaced by a Baskin Robbins.
You gotta understand it. If you can't understand that, then you can't understand it. I know he's live. Is he live streaming right now? Great. Hey, Robin, what's going on?
He already told you that in the beginning,
I've
clown.
been on for 3 hours. You can rewatch the whole thing because I know you will.
You're right. You're damn Scipio. Not back then, but right now, as you know, it's a 3-hour tour. Because when I'm showing you down here, the time, I gotta get this line out of the way. I believe it's 9-ish.
And you guys gotta understand it. If you can't understand that, then you can't understand it. I know he's live. Is he live streaming
9:23.
Right now? Hey, Robin, what's going on?
Here.
It's not because I took it down. It got taken down because it violated, and I read the terms, by the way,
9:24.
and they're right. I did use a lot of. I think I was being a little bit of a bully. I think I was pushing it too far. Maybe they were right, but they took my down. It's not because I took it down. All right.
Damn red line is in the way. 9:20. It's 9 something.
I don't know the point of live streaming.
9, 8, 8, 9.
It's just like, oh, you are trolling. Hey, Robin, you know I'm not like, I don't hate you, dude.
Yes, you do.
You know that.
No, I do know that.
If the world hates you, know that it has hated me before it hated you.
Being a douche, and I'm getting more subscribers. It was the wildest thing I ever saw. Apparently, people like seeing me go nuts.
Hey, he's going soon. I can't go more than 3 hours. I have to.
Oh.
27 verse 45, ASV. Now from the 6th hour there was darkness over all the land until the 9th hour. The Bible in Basic English chapter, parallel Matthew 27 verse 45, BBE. Now from the 6th hour it was dark over all the land till the 9th hour.
You know, people got lives to live and jobs and stuff.
I don't. I'm a troll.
See, this is Friday night. Any of you who've watched
I'm
all
an
my
agent.
videos, unfortunately,
He's a plant
really
and a
does
setup.
watch my videos.
I
Even though
agree.
I had like views, man,
Your discernment is very
for only being on for less than a
discernible.
month, I had a hell of a lot of views, and I was getting a heck of a lot of subscribers.
This is part of the gang stalking on my
So I
end.
know.
It seemed like he was told to shut up and let the gang stalking on my end be confirmed.
Understand that he has the right to say whatever he wants to say?
About Justin, about him.
You guys understand that, right? You guys gotta understand it. If you can't understand that, then you can't understand me. I know he's live. Is he live streaming right now? Great. Hey, Robin, what's going on?
He already told you that in the beginning,
I've already been
clown.
on for 3 hours. You can rewatch the whole thing because I know you will. Stewart was talking trash over on Robin's channel. What?
What's going on, man? Is this it?
Justin Stewart was talking trash over on Robin's channel. What, about me? I mean, he has every right to.
Look at it. He got snitches.
If Justin wants to say something bad about me, then that's fine.
Been given the authority to do so. Do you understand
You
that?
guys understand that he has the.
Don't you understand that he has the right to do that about me because he has to cling to Robin with flatteries as long as possible?
Right to say whatever he wants to say?
If you can't understand
You guys understand that, right?
the way
You
we're
guys
doing
gotta
this,
understand it. If you can't understand that, then you can't understand me. I know he's live. Is he live stream? Word I say. Apparently everybody takes out of context. Not that you guys are nothing. You guys mean the world to me. And Robin, you do too, believe it or not. I'm just upset with you, dude, but I don't hate you by any stretch or means of the imagination. By the way,
I hate your guts.
I hide nothing. I don't hide my anger. I don't hide my tears. I don't hide nothing. So I'm sorry. I can't do it. I'm sorry. But you're right, Robin. I should not.
Oh, God. Can you help this person here in the future? Can you seep into this person's heart and save him?
Says Jesus is the everlasting
Lord.
Father. That's one of his titles. He's the mighty God. It doesn't say God's plural. It doesn't say Father's plural. Christ prayed to himself to show us. Christ was tempted on this planet by Satan to show us to not buy into Satan. It's not.
You obviously didn't listen.
He was reproaching himself. He was upset with something he was doing. So he was judging himself righteously. Righteously. I judge blaspheming liars righteously.
Look, I would consider this more of a cross than I did back then, because back then I didn't go through an hour's worth of timestamps. An hour and 40 minutes of timestamps. 2 hours and 27 minutes of timestamps. I didn't disgust myself back then. I was actually just laughing. 2 hours and 53 minutes of timestamps. That's it? Okay, so 3 hours and 6 minutes and 50 seconds of timestamps. Obviously, this is going to take a long time. I have 3 hours to do it tonight. But I should, though, shouldn't I? So you're saying Jesus is the Word and Jesus is God. All right, so I'll remember that. Christ prayed to himself to show you not to buy into Satan. Christ showed Matthew and company how he persevered. You're saying Allah can't personally appear on earth? I judge you. You've ruined a lot of people's lives. You sucked the life out of them because you were outright blasting Jesus, blaspheming.
To gain what I wanted, whatever it is I wanted, whatever it was at the time. And man, I blasphemed Christ like you wouldn't believe, and I did. I mean, outright blasphemed Jesus. See, most
It sounds like he's talking about the present moment.
people do it through drugs and all this stuff. No, I outright said Jesus is an idiot. Who would believe that? And I grew up in the church, and yes, I denied Christ with my own mouth, just like Peter did.
I hear you, Tina.
I denied Jews. You guys are depressed that I took all my videos down? Go to my Facebook page. It's my name. Just look for this guy. Same hat with a Rottweiler face.
Same hat. You mean that one? Just look for that guy right there. Same hat. Face of a woman, though, on that one.
Out on there? Tons. You guys are depressed that I took all my videos down? Go to my Facebook page. It's my name. Just look for this guy. Same hat.
Live birds in 4K, Cornell Lab feeder watch cam, and sapsucker woods. Live birds in a lab. This is your playlist. You like watching live birds? What? Being trapped? So creepy. It's like serial killer. This is the original Jamie the Wabbit. Because you joined October 3rd, 2011, which means you've been around from the beginning. Rottweiler face.
For me. I got all my videos on there. All I do is...
I remember Derek Rose said he has a Rottweiler. Matthew.
expose Satanism. That's all day. That's all I do.
Thanks,
Not
Tim.
all day. I gotta work.
I'm just like
but I gotta do stuff for a living.
Like rocking out a little bit.
Okay. Hey, by the way, I didn't say don't watch Robin or Jerry or Glop. I didn't say don't watch any of those guys. I didn't say don't watch.
I just said
I didn't say don't
they're
watch
lying
Nehemiah
false
Gordon,
prophets.
Michael Root, and Nephthali, Jim Beckwith in Truth by Grace. Someone gives them to sacrifice.
I wouldn't quit though.
John 3:13.
I wouldn't quit until they kill me, shut my mouth.
So
but that's just me.
That's there you go. Hope that literally nothing.
You won't understand it.
Not spiritually. And if I can't stand hearing that word no more, so I gotta go, ladies and gentlemen, on that spiritually crap. That's not that's nowhere is that anywhere in the Hebrew language. So I'm sorry, that's wrong once again. But whatever you want to call it, spiritual. And I'm blind. We're gonna get into that. I'm blind.
Yes, because I'm blind.
I'm sure we will.
I'm blind, right?
But this, like I said, this video isn't going to be all about dogging people. I actually want to say
it's just going to be about me.
Because this is it, guys.
No, it ain't. This is just the beginning on my end. 23 minutes in of the timestamps. I got 23 minutes in of the timestamp so far.
Wrong once again, but whatever. You want to call it spiritual, and I'm blind. We're going to get into that. I'm blind.
True.
But this, like I said, this video isn't going to be all about dogging people. I actually want to say
It's just going to be about me.
because this is it, guys. This is it. Okay. You're going to have to go on your own and then do your own studies because I got to go do my own thing.
Oh, come on,
but
please.
I promise you, I will fill you up good and full. I promise. You will be full.
Oh, shit.
We're done with me. Okay? I promise that. That's all I can promise. That's it.
Keep your private interpretations out of it there, Matthew.
O people of Israel. Israel is all of us. We're all Israel. It's not the land.
He just gave his private interpretation. How do you know that for sure? You said you don't want me to interpret the Bible, but yet you're privately interpreting it yourself.
He's talking about us. We're all Israel. And it's not...
But because you're admitting that you're lost, you're blind, and you're saying you're all of Israel, then apparently I was supposed to search for the lost house.
Israel with an I. We don't have an I in the Hebrew alphabet.
I know, because we plucked that bad boy out because it offended us.
It's Israel. Israel.
That's why Jamie over here likes to watch live birds. That's right, live birds.
Okay?
I guess he...
Don't have an I.
I don't know why it's still up.
Yahuwah has filed a lawsuit against you listening...
He deleted his videos,
listing the
but
following
now he's doing
charges.
one more.
There is no faithfulness, no kindness, no knowledge of God in your land. No knowledge of God. And you're right. For me, I got the faithfulness and the knowledge, but I'm not very kind. I know. I'm going to work on that. That's why I'm getting off of YouTube, because I was doing kind of fine before I got on here, but hearing all this blasphemous crap really aggravates me, and I know it. I know to stay away from it.
I know it. Yeah. Yes, Matthew, yes, I'm sure.
Stop saying it, man.
So I'm pulling myself away from my own good, not for my mental stability, because I love God and I want to get back to reading my Bible, because I was stopping doing that too, listening to man every day instead of what I used to do. I just used to read the Bible. I never listened to any person ever. God.
So, Robin, how did you get Matthew to pay attention to you, watch 40 of your videos, and then do a study at the end and crucify you for 3 hours? How did you get somebody that never listened to man, wasn't doing this before, is obviously some kind of military commander leader guy, maybe Navy mess that's being replaced or has already been? How did you get him to get up to crucify you for 3 hours? Who are you?
God revealed everything to me through God told me the rapture wasn't true through the Bible. God told me we're going to be here through the whole tribulation through the Bible, and it was confirmed through the Holy Spirit. It's filled with sadness. And what I mean by that is, you guys don't know me in real life, but in my life, and I'm not being prideful or boastful, but I need to tell you who my fruits are, because they don't want to come on camera. A lot of people...
They don't want to come on camera. Your fruits? You mean like when you're when you're not really praying in tongues, but you're just all heated and worked up? And you said that you didn't come on the air, or you didn't cry. You didn't cry on air because of me, not because of me. You didn't come on the air. You didn't come on the air and cry because of me. It wasn't me that you did that for. It was the iniquity that's found inside of you.
I understand. My fruits are saved people that have come to me and said, if it wasn't for you, Matt, telling me who Yahuwah was, I would have never known.
Hula? What? Hula? If you didn't tell me who Lucifer was, I would never have known.
Because I don't know everything. And I've never made that claim that I know everything, Robin.
This ain't going to be about Robin.
You just never watched all my videos. Because you'll see that I've never made that claim.
How do you know I never watched your videos, besides the fact that you know my search history, Jamie? Because I don't watch your videos.
Because I'm too busy making my
Why would I
own.
do that? How could you teach somebody if you're just going to be, oh, I'm smarter than you? Who would listen? By Robin, you think you called out
All the trolls.
Ashley?
Keeping my mouth shut.
That actually would be a good idea if he stayed that way.
I'm as a Judas Iscariot. What does that make you? Jesus? When you say the world is crucifying you, what does that make you? Jesus? You better fucking be careful what you say.
If I'm not mistaken, Mystery,
No.
that's all I have so far that I remember.
Eric
And
from
you said all
Allentown.
of them were trolls.
Eric-
Oh, and Rock Alpine. You said they were all trolls. They're not. I know. Two of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Leslie. You said Leslie was a troll. Leslie's not a troll. I've spoken to her. Ashley's not a troll. Got her email. She's made videos to me. She's not a troll. E is not a troll. I thought he was too. He's not a troll. He just doesn't like to go on camera, apparently.
I swear, I cross my fingers. I hope to die.
Alpine is not a troll. He looks like my.
And I mean, poor Robin was just so. He was being slaughtered, and I'm more disgusted than he was back then, right now, as I re-go through it all with Skull and Bones here, 32218, as I cross my heart and hope to die. It's harder for a rich man to go through to heaven than it is for a camel to go through the needle of an eye.
I saw his videos. He's not a troll. I commented to him. Anyways,
Is that your brother?
And he watches me. He just not a troll. He looks like my brother, dude. I saw his videos. He's not a troll. I commented.
So in other words, he is your brother. You also said that your brother. All right. So you said right here, Rock Alpine looks like your brother. Then you said your brother owns a towing and repo company. Somewhere along the lines, I'll get that timestamp. It's probably down at the end, but it's what you said. So you can either take my word for truth or not believe me.
Anyways, and he watches me. He just don't agree.
There's proof right there. He has a video.
Spawn. See, you're the one that says that stuff. I've never said that stuff on my program. Ever. Ever have I ever said anything like that. Ever. You're putting words into my mouth now that were never there. Anyways, I'm just saying, that is the truth. I'm not lying, Robin. When I called you a liar, I wasn't lying.
When I called you a liar?
I was telling the truth. So you can call out people.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna...
And I make videos apologizing to people specifically if they're not troll. If they are, and well then they are. Who cares?
My opinion on what I think. I can't do that. I can only tell you what God says. I'm not gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you what
I don't have a thought. I don't have thoughts.
Big mistake. I used to do that.
Yeah, I know. You have Lucifer telling you what to do now.
Big mistake.
Guess
I'm
what?
not a baby Christian, dude. I've been doing this way too long.
Guess what
Yeah,
you're
I know I let
Guess what you're getting ready to do? You're gonna tell us what you think.
You just don't know what Paul's was. If we all knew, I always say all the time, I wish I knew what everybody's sin
Yeah,
was.
Leslie, I did.
So that way I could point theirs out.
And I made a 33-minute video.
See, when you're in the heat of the moment, it ain't so easy, is it? And by the way, Robin, you have cursed people out on your program, and you have called them
What the
names.
fuck are you
I watched you
talking
on the
about, you
live stream.
dumb fucking idiot?
I've watched you. You deleted all your live streams, so I can't. Robin never threatened anybody. I think that is true. I disagree with YouTube. YouTube, you're wrong. Robin never threatened anybody. I've never heard that man threaten anybody. He may talk crap, but he ain't never threatened anybody.
So in other words, Robin is not a threat to anybody. Please, he did not threaten anybody. Robin is like, he doesn't even know. I sure hope he doesn't know in the future what I'm saying now, because as I'm saying it now, Robin has no idea. And Boldly, Robin didn't even know that Boldly was giving him the finger as he was saying he's just a follower of Christ. He doesn't even consider himself a Christian. Not at all. Like, not at all. just a follower of Jesus Christ. I can't believe that I'm in this position to just go back to 297 replies and just hold on. Here, Matthew.
The same and only Holy Spirit who gives all these gifts and powers, deciding which one of us should have.
If he gives me his address, I'll send him a shovel.
Please do not.
Because he's digging his own
They
grave.
think that you cannot speak in tongues. That's where they keep getting it wrong. Well, it says right here that everybody's got different gifts, and that's not my gift. No.
A few times.
How do kids see this?
Here comes the tongue speaking. I want to hear it. This is the tongue. I want to hear it.
Speaking in tongues.
I mean, it could be Hebrew. I don't know if he's trying to I'm not sure. I don't know if he's talking in tongues or in Hebrew, so I'm trying to find out. And I'm trying to rock out on my guitar, too.
I think it just ejaculated on air, but that's just me. Because you got your hands up in the air, it's like, how did that happen?
Tongues? Okay. That's probably why he feels so much... Gary?
Well, are they all trolls? Now you're going to go ahead and say these guys are trolls? These are your subscribers, Robin.
I know.
All right, yeah.
Oh.
That actually love you and care about you.
And you're trying to lead them
Why do you
astray.
think they listen to me? Because you told them. By the way, I'm sorry that they came to me for knowledge and that they made videos and said I'm more knowledgeable than you and that they watch you for funny stuff and they watch me for knowledge.
Right.
Why don't you make...
So, I mean, yeah, you got a lot of knowledge, Matthew. But, you know, my discernment has caught up to you. And when you get caught up to, it's when I catch up to you. It's the catching away. You get caught. You get caught. You get captured. You get taken. Some people get captivated, which is better. You just get straight caught.
videos talking crap to them? I don't know, dude. I'm not confused. I just don't want to be mean.
Right.
Rude. I'm not gonna be mean or rude, man. I told myself I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Not because I'm the bigger man. Because you're right, Robin. How am I supposed to get my point across if I'm gonna yell and scream and curse? You're right. Isaiah chapter.
This isn't going to be about you, Robin, but it's going to be exactly about you. Okay, Robin?
For unto us a child is born.
I don't even think I can re-crucify Matthew in 3 hours, going through all the timestamps. So I'm gonna have to cut it short and make this just part one.
Christ read this when he was reading from the scroll of Isaiah. Remember when he was here on the planet? He read from this. Remember? Because after he was done saying this, he was like, I'm here. Here I am. And they all bowed down and worshiped him. For unto us a child is born. That's Jesus. 700 years before he was born. Unto us a son is given. Unto us a son is given. All of us. And the government shall be upon his shoulder. These will be his royal titles. Get ready. And the government shall be upon his shoulder. These will be his royal titles. Get ready. Here it comes, guys. These will be his royal titles. Wonderful. Counselor. The mighty God. The everlasting Father. Isaiah chapter.
This isn't going to be about you, Robin, but it's going to be exactly about you. Okay, Robin?
For unto us a child is born. By the way, Christ read this when he was reading from the scroll of Isaiah. Remember when he was here on the planet? He read from this. Remember? Because after he was done saying this, he was like, I'm here. He read from this. Remember? Because after he was done saying this, he was like, I'm here. Here I am.